Hello and welcome in this new podcast called Pixels and Algorithms. I'm Tristan Rousselot de Saint-Séran. I'm your host on this podcast, and I'm happy to inaugurate this first episode about 3D, VFX, and AI. So, in today's episode, we're gonna talk about all the new tools, all the new stuff coming along on this industry, and we're gonna try to discover the new tools together. So it's gonna be a very technical and artistic podcast, and I would like to be sharing all my thoughts and all the process and all my experience about that. But first, why me? Why do I'm talking about this, and why I'm so passionate about those technologies? So my background in 3D visual effects and AI, I've been around 9 years. I'm working on the industry of the movies and advertising, and I did as well some video games in the last 10 years. So I work mainly in Europe, in London, and actually based in Sydney in a beautiful company called Animal Logic, where we produce 3D animation movies. So in this twist of technology and on what's happening on the whole landscape of the tools, we have AI coming, is affecting all the industries, is affecting all the sectors, and everyone are feeling the last years in this year 2023 all the gap and all the new tools and what's gonna really happen in the industry, or it's gonna fasten the way to produce art, images, and create ultimately movies. Now we're still in the process when we have some 2D to 3D tools. We have some mid-journey like tools when we can just prompt and write and have instantly some images based on what we write and what we ask for the softwares. But we also have tools to upgrade, upscale images, or like change, alterate, and do iteration. So it's very good actually for concept artists, or for compositors, or for people looking for some new ideas, fresh images, maybe surreal images. And that can be a good way to use the tools and also have fun in the process. So what is important on this new podcast is I want you to ask me questions and ask me what do you want to do and what do you want to talk about, and maybe the tools you want to share, you want to comment, and I would love you to share your thoughts and comments and just ask if you want to talk about any specific topic. So yeah, that's kind of the first inaugural episode. I'm not gonna take more long. I really want to introduce myself and also introduce this new podcast, Pixels and Algorithm. And I'm your host, Tristan Rousselot de Saint-Séran, and I'm happy to talk about those tools. You have also access to my YouTube channel, when there is already a lot of content for people who want to discover the job in the visual industry, like lighting artists, compositors, but also coordination, concept artists. So the multiple videos of how to be and how to access those careers, and also all my ideas and thoughts about the process to access those worlds. And if you have any question and if you have any thought about 3D and visual effects, please don't hesitate to ask on my page Studio VFX. I'm gonna put the link in the podcast and in the video. And also if you have any thought, any questions, don't hesitate to ask me on the channel and also straight on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, Studio Saint-Séran. Thank you.